Trayce, can you attempt to put into words what kind of roller coaster that game was, and how you guys were able to pull it out of the fire in the end with your defense and some other things?
I just think that's the story of how our team's been this year. We've had some ups and downs, and it's been a roller coaster, but we fight. And there's been a lot of fight from this group of guys. We could have easily quit when we were down 10 early in the second half. They were hitting shots, but instead we dug in on defense. We counteracted their runs, and we just played hard and played for each other. And when you do that, and you go on a little run, you get this crowd engaged. We got the best fans in college basketball, so we ride that.
Trayce, after what happened Tuesday night, and then the way things were turning today, what was the mindset like? I mean, was there any time or were any heads starting to hang at all, or where were you guys at mentally?
No, we knew what was at stake. Obviously, we saw the games that happened before we started playing with Penn State and Maryland and Iowa and Nebraska, and we watched both of those, so we knew that that double bye was at stake, and we had to play hard. Obviously, we knew they were going to go on a run. It's basketball. Nothing's ever perfect. They're going to hit some shots, and they did. And you got to credit to them because they're a great team. They had a great record in the Big Ten, and their overall record doesn't show us, but they played a lot of good ball at the end of the year, and so credit to them. But we fought, and that's all you can ask from our guys is we never quit.
Jim.
Yeah, Race, this is for you. So Dickinson's hard to deal with size and everything. How did you get those two steals late? What happened there?
I was just sitting on the backside. I was guarding Reed, who's a good player, but he's not known as much of a three-point shooter. So, I was just kind of thinking, like, I'm going to sit a little deeper in, and I'm just watching him. He was on Trayce one time. I think I just was kind of playing the game. I play against Trayce all the time in practice, so you get to practice going against good post players like that, and when he put the ball on, I just kind of ran in there and not got lucky, but I reached my hand there and got a steal, so that was good.
Zach.
Race is kind of asking something similar to what was asked of Trayce, but Iowa was the first time in a while you guys have just not really been able to dig in and push back in a game when it's kind of gotten away from you. Where does this team's quality that was there today that wasn't against Iowa of being able to pull together when things are going wrong, where does that come from? Where do you go find it, I guess, if that makes any sense?
I think the Iowa game is, I wouldn't say it's a good thing that it happened, but we learned a lot from it. We know that we can't just go out there and expect to win every game. You gotta go out there and play when you're playing in the Big Ten. And I think that today, everybody was trying to win it for each other. The way that game ended last year here on senior night was something that I'll never forget, and part of the reason I came back really. And we talked about it, and there's no way we're losing this game. We're leaving it everything we got on the court, and I think that just going off that, knowing that almost the next couple games could be the last games of our career, we're just going to play desperate, and I don't think that we'll lay an egg like that ever again.
So.
Trayce, I want to ask you about Ray's. To see him make those steals at the end of the game, the big plays, and just have a double-double his last game on this court, how special is that for you to see?
It's huge because he's a huge part of what we do. He says he's good and all this stuff, but he's been really battling. He's been in with Timmy G doing stuff of that nature just to get his body right to be out here, and he's giving it his all every time he's out here. And I know he was down after the Iowa game, and he said he got me, and this game he had me. He played really, really well down the stretch, and we needed every single basket that he got, every steal that he got to get that win, and so it was props to him, and we need that the rest of the way.
Tyler.
This is for both Trayce and Ray, or both you guys. But we've talked about your guys' friendship in the past, but this season you guys both have dealt with injuries. You both have kind of dealt with ups and downs. How have you kind of continued to lean on each other through that, and your friendship, I guess, just kind of continue to evolve?
I would say just knowing each other. We know when one of us is having a rough day, and I think that kind of without really knowing, you just kind of go up to them and just try to make them laugh, try to say something funny, and just kind of lighten up the mood. Because knowing somebody as well as we know each other, you can tell when someone's not having their best day, and you just try to make light of it. Know that it's going to be all right. I battled injuries, he's battled injuries early in the year, and on those days we just kind of just made each other laugh, and it just makes it so much easier to come in every day and get that treatment, even though you can't go out there and compete on that court with your teammates every time. So just having each other's back, I think, is really what it is.
Yeah, I agree with what you said.
Okay. Jim, then Keegan, then we'll finish with Zion.
Trayce, I know that everyone give your all the time, but today there seemed to be a moment in the game where you started on the perimeter, but then settled down into the paint. And once you did, you just seemed to have a look of determination every time you got the ball that you were going to score. Where did that come from, and what started that?
Really, Coach Woodson. I think I got it in the paint one time, and I tried to pass it to Trayce, and I ended up turning it over, and he got on me about that, and he told me to go score the ball. And I was like, I told Trayce, I told Jalen, I was like, bro, I'm not losing this game. I can't lose this game. So I mean, it was really just plain desperate, and I think that's really what it was. And then I mean, again, I think practice this week too helped a lot too. We played a lot in practice, and I think that helped us go out there and perform.
Keegan, then we'll finish with Zion.
Trayce, how special was it that coming down the stretch of regulation into overtime, it was really in large part the three seniors that were on the floor that were making the key plays that kind of led to this comeback time?
It was great. I know Miller was down on himself a little bit after he missed a few shots, and I told him that big one was coming. And I saw him in the corner, and he had a huge one for us that we really needed. And so I know that kind of got his mind off of that. But it was awesome to see. And Coach Woody kind of put us into that situation too, where he was basically telling us that the seniors are going to have to lead. He told that to us in practice, and so just going out on the court and just leading and doing what we do. Obviously, the other guys really helped us. Fino helped us along. Trey, Malik, Tamar came in and did some good things as well. But just down the stretch, leaders got to lead, and that's what we did.
Zion, last question.
Trayce, so we saw the last time before your speech, your raise the roof signal, kind of one last time to the crowd, and you seem to enjoy really interacting with the crowd a lot. What makes you enjoy that engagement you can have with this Assembly Hall crowd a lot?
No, absolutely. Just knowing that it's my last time in this building, playing in front of these fans in Assembly Hall, it's bittersweet. Wish you could stay here forever, but at the same time, we have the best fans in the country. We have the best student section in the country, and it's been an honor and a privilege to play in front of them and to put on this uniform every day. I'm going to cherish every second that I'm having it from here on out, and hopefully we get to play for a little bit longer, so that's the plan.
All right, guys, thank you.